Right, Stephen Dawes here from Palace to the Core, and I'm going to be talking about the Tottenham Hotspur game here, but also at the end of that, I'm going to be talking about some transfer news that I've just come across. So stick around for that at the end of the video. To be fair, my Tottenham prediction was that we were going to win, but of course we didn't. And I thought that it was going to be a tough game. Obviously, as I said before in the previous video, Tottenham are quite tenacious, and they do come back from they have come back from goal deficits this season already. And I really did think that we were going to be on, a bit of a high. I thought that we were going to have a bit of confidence, and we were going to be able to do the job. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. But a quickly look at the lineups. We had a very similar lineup to what we've had recently. Johnston in goal, Mitchell, Gahey, Anderson, Ward at the back, Schlupp, Doucouré, Eze in the middle, and Zaha, Ayew and Elise out the front. So they're very well the same lineup that we've had before, and they did very well. That lineup has done very well for us over the last few games. So I thought that it was going to be, I thought it was going to be a close game. I thought it was going to be quite hard fought, and to be fair, it was one of those games where I think that we didn't play our best. I don't think we've played the best football under Roy Hodgson in that game. I think that we played better than that. But I think that we were, a little bit slow at times. As I said before in previous games, sometimes we lack a little bit of pace going forward, and I think that happened a little bit today, a little bit in this game. And when you've got Harry Kane in your team, you're always going to be a goal threat. So I think that it was always going to be the case that if there was anyone going to get a goal, it was going to be him, which he did at the end of the first half. However, I think that it was a little bit of problem for us. Joe Ward was in front of him, trying to jump for this header from the cross as well, and he just didn't jump as high as Kane did, and Kane got it in the back of the net. So perhaps that was a little bit of an issue with Joel Ward. Perhaps could have been marked a little bit better. That's just one of those things that people are going to be talking about. But overall, I thought the game was fairly even. I didn't think that they threatened us too much. There was a fantastic save from Sam Johnson that denied them a second goal, which I think was absolutely fantastic from Son. So that was great to see him playing so well, and he really did have a great save there. Didn't really have much of a chance with the header from Kane. And overall, I just felt that first and second half we were just a little bit behind on Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham didn't really have they weren't bombarding a goal. Chances were fairly even. 8 to 7 chances each. So it was a fairly even game. Tottenham had slightly more possession, but only slightly. 54% or something like that was. So it was a fairly even game. But I just think that we've played better than that this season under Roy Hodgson. So I was a little bit disappointed that we didn't play better. But Roy was fairly positive about it, and he thought that they played quite well. I didn't think much of the referee. I thought the referee was giving far too many fouls, for silly infringements and things like this. But you can't control who the referee is. You got to still play the game, and unfortunately, we didn't quite do enough on the day, which is a bit of a shame. However, I think individually, I think they weren't too bad. Eze and Elise had a bit of a quiet game. I don't think they're quite. Eze had a very good flick on. He got the ball came across, he flicked it with the back of his foot, and then was gonna take a shot. I think he probably should have left it for Elise, but he might take the shot himself. But it wasn't enough to beat the goalkeeper. So that was a bit of a highlight for us. But on another day that might have sailed in the back of the net. You never know. I just think that I think we have to work a little bit more on our confidence. I think set pieces again, we were a little bit untidy, a little bit fragile from set pieces again, especially from corners. So I think that we need to work on those aspects of it, and I think that we're going to. Well, obviously, I think we're going to be safe, but I think next game I think is Bournemouth, which I think I expect us to win that game. I don't think we've got any problems there. I would expect a team of our quality to beat Bournemouth. I don't think Bournemouth, unfortunately, have got much to have a go at us with. So looking forward to the Bournemouth game. I think we're going to have 3 points there. I'm confident we're going to get 3 points there, and then we can move forward and hopefully end the season on a high after that. But I'd love to hear your thoughts as always about the game, whether you thought that it was a good game or not, whether you thought that we should have played better or not. I mean, it's not my longest review this video, but that's because not really a huge amount happened. I mean, it was fairly flat for most of the game, to and fro and stuff like that. So, but anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, and let me know what you think down in the comment section. And now a little bit of transfer news. It looks as though Crystal Palace are interested in Sasha Bowie once again. Now he's been he's been on the radar of Crystal Palace for a little while. Galatasaray right back, and apparently he's got pace and he's got athleticism, which is a very hard word to say. And he's got everything I think we would need from a right back. Obviously Joel Ward and Hannah Klein, they're getting on in years, so I think we do need to replace that position. And he looks like the right guy. He's been doing very well at Galatasaray, and it looks as though he's keen at this stage in his career to move on. And it could be that we could tempt him to come to Crystal Palace. It would be great if we could. Apparently they want 25 million euros for him. It looks as though this is an Italian, this is a Turkish news website that this article came from. They're saying that Palace are prepared to offer 20 million euros, so it depends on whether we can get a deal done or not to secure his signature. I think he would be a good signing for us if we manage to get him, but of course I will keep you posted as and when we hear any more about it. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more going on around him during the summer and things like that as well, so stay tuned for more about that. And as I said before, let me know down in the comments what you thought about the game.